Living out in the country, I've got my little slice of paradise, chickens clucking, hunting dogs bounding around, and a small garden with pumpkins, cucumbers, and tomatoes I've poured my heart into. I'm no master gardener, so seeing those plants bloom feels like a small miracle. My neighbor, though, is a whole different story. He's got sheep, dogs he barely looks after, and pigs that seem to think my yard is their personal buffet. He used to have horses too, until animal control stepped in after someone reported his malnourished animals. I didn't make that call, but I've had my own issues with his livestock. His pigs have been escaping for a while now. The first few times, they wandered onto my property, and I'd call him to come get them. He'd show up eventually and herd them back. Lately, though, it's been almost daily. I'd let him know when I saw them out, even if they weren't on my land, just to be neighborly. But then came Friday. I woke up to find his pigs had demolished every single one of my bloomed pumpkins and were sniffing around my dog pens, freaking out my dogs. I was pissed, but tried to stay calm since I still had some pumpkins almost ready to bloom. We called him, and he said he'd taken care of it. Problem solved, right? Wrong. Saturday, the pigs were out again, though they stayed on his property. I didn't bother calling, figuring it wasn't my problem. But Sunday morning, I walked outside to a nightmare. Those pigs had torn through my garden like a tornado. Every cucumber and tomato plant was eaten to the roots, and my remaining pumpkins were reduced to a few sad leaves. No bulbs, no nothing. They were back at my dog pens too, and my dogs were losing it, trying to break out. I was livid, beyond livid. We managed to shoo the pigs off and called my neighbor. He promised to show up in an hour, but didn't roll in until 3 hours later, trying to waltz onto my property unannounced while we were out grabbing food. When we finally talked, 6 hours after the chaos, his big solution was to offer me a new pumpkin plant. A pumpkin plant. It's not even planting season, and there's no way it'd produce anything this year. I'm no green thumb. Those plants were a fluke, and he knew it. I told him flat out that his offer wasn't good enough. This wasn't just about pumpkins, it was about the disrespect, the repeated invasions, and the fact that I'd lost something I'd worked hard for. I gave him options: help pay for or build a proper fence to keep his animals contained, or get rid of them since he's admitted he can't afford their damages. He's not the only neighbor fed up. Others have had issues too. He refused both options, acting like I was being unreasonable. I even got a tip from animal control not to call him anymore, and that if the pigs disappeared, well, that's that. I'm not saying I'd go that far, but I'm at my wit's end. I can't babysit his animals or stay home 24/7 to guard my garden. My dogs are stressed, my plants are gone, and he thinks a single pumpkin plant makes it right? I don't think so. I feel like I was fair in calling him out, but maybe I came on too strong. What do you think? Am I the asshole for telling him his resolution wasn't acceptable? Thanks for listening, and if you want to hear more interesting stories, just click the link below.